Have you ever felt nervous before speaking? Your heart is beating fast, your hands are shaking, and you think, I cannot do this. This is a story about a boy who felt the same, but faced a challenge he was completely not ready for. And what happened next shocked everyone. Stay with me. Let me ask you something simple. Have you ever been in a situation where you understand something, but you are too afraid to speak? Maybe in English class, maybe in front of people, maybe during a presentation. You know the answer in your mind, but when you open your mouth, nothing comes out, only silence. This is very common, very, very common. That is how it was for a young boy named Daniel. Daniel was a quiet student. He understood English a little. He could read, he could write, but speaking was his biggest fear. When the teacher asked a question, Daniel always looked down. He prayed the teacher would not call his name, because he was afraid of making mistakes, afraid of laughing classmates, afraid of shame. So he stayed silent, always silent. But one day, everything changed. It was a normal Monday morning. Daniel went to school like always. The sun was bright. The classroom was noisy. But something was different. The English teacher walked in with a serious face. She said, "Today we have a special challenge." The class became quiet. She continued, "Each student will come to the front and speak for 2 minutes in English." 2 minutes. For Daniel, it felt like 2 hours. His heart started beating faster. He looked around. Other students looked calm. Some were smiling. But Daniel was not calm. He was afraid. Daniel's name was not called first, but he could not relax. Every name the teacher called brought him closer. First student spoke. Second student spoke. Third student spoke. They made small mistakes, but they continued. Daniel thought, I cannot do this. I will forget everything. His palms were sweating. His mouth felt dry. Then he heard it. Daniel, you are next. His heart dropped. He stood up slowly. His legs felt weak. Every step to the front felt heavy. The classroom felt very big. All eyes were on him. He looked at the floor. Silence. The teacher said softly, "Start when you are ready." Daniel opened his mouth. Nothing came out. He tried again. Still nothing. A few students whispered. Daniel felt worse. He wanted to sit down and disappear. But then something inside him changed. He remembered something his mother once told him. Do not be afraid to try. Even small words are better than silence. He took a deep breath. Slowly, he started. My name is Daniel. His voice was low, but it was a start. He continued. I am a student. I like English. He paused. He made mistakes. He stopped many times, but he did not sit down. He continued speaking, sentence by sentence. The classroom became quiet again. But this time, it was not silence of judgment. It was silence of attention. People were listening. Even the teacher looked surprised. Daniel was still nervous, very nervous, but he did not stop. He finished his short speech. My dream is to speak English very well one day. Then he stopped. The room was silent for a second. Then something unexpected happened. The teacher smiled. She started clapping. One student clapped, then another, then the whole class. Clap, clap, clap. slowly. People were smiling at him. No one was laughing. No one was judging. He felt something new. Pride. Not because he was perfect, but because he tried. After Daniel sat down, the teacher said something powerful. She said, "Mistakes are not failures. Silence is the real failure." Those words stayed in Daniel's mind. He looked around the classroom again. Something had changed. He was still nervous, but not afraid like before. He realized something important. Everyone makes mistakes when learning. Even his classmates were not perfect, but they tried, and trying was the real success. That moment changed Daniel, not suddenly, but deeply. After that day, Daniel slowly started to change. He did not become perfect, no, but he became braver. He started answering small questions in class, one sentence, then two sentences. Sometimes he still made mistakes. Sometimes he still felt shy, but he kept going. Weeks later, something beautiful happened. The teacher gave another speaking task. Daniel was not afraid anymore. He walked to the front with calm steps. He spoke again, not perfectly, but confidently. And this time, he smiled while speaking, because he understood something very important. English is not about perfection. It is about courage. And Daniel finally had courage. Let's learn from this story. Repeat these simple sentences. I cannot do this. My heart is beating fast. I am afraid of making mistakes. I will try again. I am improving slowly. I cannot do this means you feel something is too hard. My heart is beating fast means you are nervous or excited. I am afraid of making mistakes means you fear doing something wrong. I will try again means you will not give up. I am improving slowly means you are getting better step by step. Remember, small sentences are powerful. Now listen and repeat after me slowly. My name is Daniel. I feel nervous, but I will try. I am learning English step by step. Mistakes help me improve. I am not afraid anymore. Repeat again if you can. Slowly, clearly, with confidence. Now I want to ask you something simple. Which part of this story felt like your own life? Was it the fear? Was it the silence? Or was it the moment of courage? Think about it. And remember this. You do not need perfect English to start. You only need courage to try. Listen to this story again and repeat the sentences with me. Little by little, you will improve. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe for more English learning stories.